As a business owner, you need to know who your customer is. That can be really hard to figure out, especially when you're first starting, but I'm going to give you some tips to help you figure it out right now. If you've had a business for a while, you have that perfect customer, that customer who never complains, who's always happy, even if your crew gave them 80% or the product that you sent them was not as good as it normally would have been. I have a service business, so I think in terms of service, but what I'm saying is, you know that person, your favorite client, the one who pays more when other people complain about paying. You want to learn everything about that person. So when I had my window cleaning company, I knew my customer very well. I knew exactly who I wanted. Part of it was because going in and out of people's houses, you start to see things. I didn't even realize what I was understanding until much later, but I started hearing that everybody was listening to a certain radio station. When I would go in their house, everybody was reading a certain type of book. They all had certain types of cars. So there were all these little things about the way that they lived that were very similar. The next thing that I did was really got to know them as people. Because most of the time I really loved these people. They were great. And they taught me so much about business because they were the people I wanted to serve. And so I would stay and have a cup of coffee with them. Sometimes I would send them some questions and ask them to answer them for me. That's something I really want you to internalize. When you ask somebody for help, they want to help you. Most all of the time, especially if they like what you're doing. And once you really understand your client, write it down. I wrote it down as a 4-page story. My customer avatar, as they call it, was very detailed. I knew the ages of my customers. I knew what they enjoyed doing. For instance, a lot of my customers were at a point in their life where they had reached the pinnacle of their career and they were starting to give more back. And so I could see, based on like the magnets that were on their fridge, that they like to donate to, let's say, the Food Survival Center. So I started realizing I'm a purpose-driven person. So are my clients. And so I created a community fund based on my customers' interests and my interest in helping the community. There's so much you can learn. You already have the data. It is there for you to take. Just start paying attention.